Am I audible, Anjali?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. In today's lecture, we will cover the last topic of your third unit, and the topic is your outlier. Okay. So if we observe any data set, if suppose we got an extreme value and a particular collection of data, then it is called an outlier. It is just an observation which is not fit into your data set. Suppose your data is a collection which lie between certain range. And if you got a value which is not in that range, then we call that value as a outlier. Okay. So suppose here I have taken one of the value, the outlier value. This is a vector, which is a collection of your 10-digit values. If you look at these values, if you plot it, suppose I've just, we have taken it as a vector foo. To assign a vector, we take a small c and we write the values of the vector. So if we plot it, we got a plot like this. If you look at all these values, you can find out that all values will lie in the range of 0, like above the 0 or below the 0. Only a single value, which is a value at 10th position, and the value is 6 here. So this is a kind of outlier value which is far apart from this range, because all the values are lie in the straight line. If you fit a straight line, you can find out from this straight line, all these points are minimum distance apart, whereas only this point is extreme distance apart. So we can say this is an outlier value. Okay. So how can an outlier occurs? Let's take some real-time examples. How can you say that there is outlier in the data set? Suppose if I am taking a data set from a production company, where the production will go on 24/7 basis, like the production will go on at every minute. Okay. So we are storing suppose we are storing the electricity consumption of that day, that particular firm which are producing the goods. Okay. So suppose sometimes it happens, the electricity breakdown is there, and at that particular day, the electricity value, consumption of electricity value will be 0. Okay. But at rest of the days, what is there? There will be some value of the consumption while producing the goods. So the value 0, in that case where the breakdown occurs, is your outlier value, because a certain extreme condition will occur, and on the basis of that extreme condition, we got certain value, and that value is your outlier value. Okay. But it is not always in every condition. Sometimes it happens the outlier will occur with the certain extreme conditions. But sometimes it's possible that outlier will occur by the consistent operation. Take the very similar example of the producing firm, like the firm is producing the goods and electricity consumption is there. Now we have a production data at every days, but there may be a possibility that after 30 days, your machine will automatically restart. Matlab, there is a recent point that machine will automatically restart. Okay. So every 30th day, you got a specific value which starts from 0. If you look at the data set, value seems to be outlier, but this is not an outlier value, because it is a consistent process that every 30 days you got a similar kind of value. So whenever you are working with a data set, you have to previously find out the cause of the data set, because there is no standard or straightforward method in mathematics to find out the outlier. Sometimes it happens to remove the outlier, will get a appropriate value. Sometimes it's possible to include the outlier, will get the appropriate results. So what most of the time statisticians do, they will perform the analysis on the data sets, including the outlier as well as with excluding the outlier. Okay. So you have to find out at which data set you are working on, and if a particular value is anomaly, like it's outlier, you can remove it or you may not be remove it. It depends upon the situation you are working on. But the outlier are those extremes values which are not lie in the data set. All the data set will lie at the certain range, and there is an abrupt change in the data set, and that abrupt change is called your outlier value. Okay. So in this particular vector, we have an outlier value at the 10th position, and the value is 6. And all the remaining values, if you see, all the values are positive or negative, but they will lie around the range of 0. Matlab in the line of 0, they are either positive or negative, but only one value we can find out. These are very extreme value, and it is a outlier in this condition. So I've used a line plot also. If you use a line, you just write the lines. Actually, it is lines. Lines. If you write the lines, or within the bracket you write the vector, then it will join all the points. If you see, all the points are joined with the minimum lines. Only this is the point which is joined by a longer line. It will be show that it is a outlier. Now suppose let's take two vector. If you are doing the bivariate analysis, two variables are there. Like one vector is bar, one vector is bus, and there is also a 10 values are here. If you plot, if I plot it like one vector against another vector, then we can find all the values are in a certain range. You can see all the points are very similar. Only one point is very at the down position, and that is called your outlier in this case. Okay. So to plot the two values, what we use, plot variable 1 and variable 2. It will give me a plot between two variables, and all the points are lie here. And only one point is that which is beyond that range, and we call it an outlier value. You can also find an outlier by using the calculating the mean. Suppose I'm taking the mean on the first vector. The mean is 0.49, and only one outlier value at the 10th position. So we just subtract the 10th index value, and we also calculate the mean. You can see that now the mean is minus 1.22. So it's the two means are very distance apart, and by just taking a change of single value, the mean is totally changed. So here we can say it is better to exclude the outlier, because in this condition you can see the mean is drastically changed, just removing the outlier. If we include the 10th value, then the mean is 0.49. The mean is very positive and shifted towards the last digit. Now here, if we remove it, we'll get the mean as minus 0.22. That is very lesser value in compared to this. So by taking the mean, in including the outlier and excluding outlier, we can find out how the mean is shifted towards a particular direction. Similarly, if we are working with two variables, we can we can find out the correlation between the two variables. Like to find out the correlation, we use the core function, COR correlation, and we write the vector 1 and vector 2. It will give me a correlation between these two vectors as a 0.45%. If you remember, the correlation is always lie within the range of -1 to +1. So the correlation is lie 0 to 0.45. And if we just remove the last 10th value, which is an outlier value, we have subtracted this value from the this index -10 and -10 we have taken here. Now, if we are taking the correlation is 0.88. You can find out if we including the outlier, the correlation is very less. Whereas if we excluding the outlier value, the correlation is much more higher at comparison to a previous one. Now we'll see on R. So this is a very first vector. that we have taken. So this is a first vector. We just print that vector. This is a formal written of the vector. The 10 values are there. If we plot it, we just write a plot, and within the bracket we pass the vector. If we write it, it gives me this plot. As I show you that plot, all the values are very nearby to each other. The only one value is a outlier value which is very far apart. You can find out with the connection of the lines also, because all the lines are connected are very less distances. Only one line, this line is very long line, and we show that this value can be an outlier. Now we'll take two vectors, the vector 1 bar and the vector 1 is bars. These are the two vectors. Then we take a plot between these two variables. If we plot the vector, these two vectors, then you can find out only one point, and this is the point -1 to -100, and this is the last point. If we look at the 10th position, the value of bar is -1, that is -1, and the value of bars is -100, and this position is only the outlier value, because all the values will lie in a much more similar line. So by using the plot, you can find out, this is a visualization technique. In the visualization technique, you can find which value is your far apart, and that value is your outlier value. You can also use a mean method. Like we calculate the mean on the first vector, it will give me 0.49, and if we remove the outlier value, then the value is -0.22. Actually, just by seeing the data, you can find out the outlier. But if your data set contains 500 values or maybe the 1000 value, it's not feasible to just looking at the data and to find the outliers. For that purpose, you need certain techniques, certain specialized algorithms to detect the anomaly. Or you can just plot the data, and if you are able to find out which one is outlier, then you can remove it. Sometimes it happens to remove the outlier, you just drop certain rows. The values which is contains the outlier, you just drop it down, or it may be possible you replace it by the mean value, or you replace it by the just before occurring value or the last occurring value. But it depends upon you how you rectify your data, and we have to do this analysis before applying any algorithm. This is your proprietary or the data analysis part, in which you have to find out whether there is any outlier present in the data set or not. And it depends upon you how you will resolve this. Either you are include the outlier, or you just remove or delete the row, or you replace the outlier with the mean value or just previously occurred value. So which method is best suited for you, and which method gives you correct kind of data set? Then for that purpose, you will use the same method to removal of the outlier. Namely, as I said, in this particular vector, the mean value is 0.49. You can see this is a positive mean. If you look at the vector, suppose this is the foo plot in which the mean value is 0.49. So the mean will lie somewhere here. Okay. And which is much more closer to positive values. So it's not the correct mean for this vector. So it's better to remove the outlier. Then we got a mean for all the values, and that mean is -0.122. The next one is, if we are working with two variables, so it's better to find out the correlation. If we just take a correlation between these two vectors, the correlation is 0.45. It means both the values which are included into the vectors are only 0.45% connected to each other. The correlation is 0.45. So if we just remove the outlier value, means 10th is my outlier value, because At the 10th position, we have the -1 and -100 value. So if we remove the 10th value and we again take a correlation, then the correlation value is 0.88%. It means if we are not considering the outlier, it will show me a higher correlation between the value. Higher and positive correlation means as the value of a particular vector is rising, similarly the value of the next vector is also rising. There is a positive correlation between these two variables. Is there any question? That's all with today's lecture. On the next one, we will continue with your unit 4. Is there any question, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay.